What up, YouTube? It's two fat guys pull us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? All right, I got a question.
What's up?
Why do they say amen instead of a woman at the end of songs in church?
Because they're sexist?
No. Because they're hymns, not hers.
Hymns. Got it. Like from a hymnal, but him isn't.
You got it.
Ooh, that's one of the bad ones.
Well, last week was bad.
I don't even remember last week.
Let's start the show. What up, YouTube? It's two fat guys pull us, and we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of June 15th, and you know what that means. It's a big old fat payday. I'm not talking about the candy bar. I'm talking about we're about to spend some mad stacks at the LCS. Well, not me. You are, not me.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
Because your stack is heavy. Mine's not so much. I mean, it's not. You know, I think I don't get across like 30 pounds. I think you're probably past that.
I think so.
Okay, well, let's get into it. First up, we always talk about our X books, and we've got X-Men Red issue number 3 from Al Ewing. I am very excited for this. Well, I love this comic for one. There were only 3 issues in, but I'm freaking loving it. But I am very excited to see where we're going, and you know, we're dealing with I can't remember the name of the mutant that's on the Iraqi mutant there, but
Tarn, I believe.
Tarn is such an ass.
Tarn the uncaring.
Right, and I feel like even though this cover is very like, oh, Magneto about to get it, I feel like it's going to be the other way around, because the way it was kind of projected in issue 2 was that Tarn was going to be put in his place. So it'll be interesting to see where the Brotherhood, what they do, what X-Men Red do. But I'm just ready for Abigail to just get hers. I'm not liking the sneaking around shit.
Yeah, it's not my favorite either. But we'll see. I think I like the addition of Robert DaCosta, Sunspot, you know, on the team, and being being around, because he sort of does the same thing where he plays the game like putting himself first. Yeah. And I wonder if he will probably be the one to expose her. I think it'll be great.
I like that.
Randomly too, I think there's some really great variant covers for this issue.
Well,
there's I think just a B, you know, just a normal price Tarn the Uncaring like character spotlight variant. And then there's an insanely badass Storm goddess of lightning. That's a ratio variant though. That's a 1 in 25.
Ruh-roh.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
I do like that one. Well, another thing I like about this book, and it's kind of more of an observation rather than the specific issue, is I love that the book is called X-Men Red, even though the heroes of the book are the Brotherhood, right? And I think can you imagine if they had named this book like the Brotherhood rather than X-Men Red? Like I like that little play there, that like the book is named after technically the villains rather than the heroes. So yeah, looking forward to it. Next up, we've got Wolverine issue 22. You know, the introduction of Deadpool has been, I think, a very nice boost into this book. I believe he's in maybe one more issue after this, and then he's jumping over to X-Force. I don't know how to say this. I feel like I'm going to break up with the book after Deadpool leaves. It very much does feel that way. It feels like Deadpool is sort of the reason why we're on this book. It's brought a lot of life to the book, but honestly, like, I'm buying a Wolverine book because of Deadpool.
probably shows how the Wolverine book is doing. I don't know.
Mm,
But he's sticking around for at least one more issue after this.
mm-hmm.
And then issue 24, of course, is a Judgment Day tie-in, so I doubt we'll be jumping off anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to give it after events are said. I'll try to give it a couple issues after that, but I mean, I was ready to jump off the book before X and Deaths, so
I was too, yeah.
we'll just have to wait and see. All right, after that, we have Fantastic Four Reckoning War issue 44, and it was announced today, essentially, in a book, in an ad, that Dan Slott's Fantastic Four run will be ending at issue 46.
46. So, I'm shocked.
Take that how you will. That's a lot of stuff to wrap up and make us happy. We've got essentially 2 more issues after this one to make all of us, undo the wrongs, make Franklin a mutant again, and turn off the Human Torch's fire. Will it happen? Probably not. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. And actually, what's interesting is it looks like I don't know, but it looks like they might be going the DC route and not renumbering.
Ooh.
Just because a writer is changing, because we already have the solicitations past issue 46. We know issue 47 is coming out, and that's one of 2 Judgment Day tie-in issues written by David Propose and illustrated by Juan Cabal.
That's right.
And we know those are coming out, and so I wonder if so those are issues 47 and 48.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if starting on issue 49, we're gonna just have another artist or another team just pick the book right up at its numbering and keep the team going essentially down the same general line that Slott has started.
Interesting.
Instead of just saying, hey, we're starting over for a new number 1, we've got to come out with 30 variants, and we've got to have a hullabaloo, we've got to take a few months off, we've got to build hype. I wonder if we're just going to go right into it. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation on Twitter about who the new writer could be, or maybe I should say fan casting about who people want it to be. One of the overwhelming people that I've seen is Al Ewing. Of course, we would both throw money at that instantly. Of course, some fanboys said Donny Cates. I personally think he would be one of the worst choices for the book.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything because you know where I sit on it.
It's not a Donny thing, but I will tell you the last story I want to read in the Fantastic Four is a father-son boo-boo song between Franklin and Reed. I don't want to read that.
I'd read it.
And that's what Donny would write.
I'd read it.
I think we need to get a female voice
Agreed.
on the book, and Sue needs to be the spotlight.
Agreed.
Sue needs to be the front and center of the team.
Well,
I don't know if we've ever had a ongoing writer.
Let's hone in back on 44.
Oh,
let's end the Reckoning War. Well, maybe we should make a separate video about that whole speculation. Well, I mean, we'll probably make a video when it is announced who is writing Fantastic Four, and there will be a 2 Fat Guys Pull List video for that. But let's see how the Reckoning War comes to its conclusion.
Yeah, and this is 44 is an oversized issue, just $1 more, $4.99, but it is oversized.
Like it, take it.
Yeah.
All right, after that we have Iron Man issue number 20, and this is the beginning of the very little short arc that he has written for this. We're going to 25, right? Or
there's been no announced ending.
No announcement.
So.
Well, I do know that it was teased that I think we were going to get an engagement in this book.
Oh, okay.
And I would assume it's between Hellcat and Iron Man, and I'm here for it if that's the case. I've been digging this relationship. I'm not.
Do you ship it?
I do. I ship it. I'm not well versed in Hellcat outside of this. Well, what do the kids say now? Do they?
No, I think that's what they say.
Okay.
I just don't think they want to hear old men like us say it.
I mean, I know that term. Anyway, I'm not a huge I just don't have a lot of Hellcat history, so this is kind of my first exposure to her outside of like some She-Hulk stuff here and there.
Yeah.
So I would love to see it. I'm excited for it. I think this again has been one of our better comics of the show, and I'm very interested to see where we go. Just because we're not dealing with the norm of the past 19 issues, and that's really crazy to say.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. But I was curious where this book is going to go, and it looks like it's going to stay interpersonal, which is what made the first 19 issue arc so strong. So I think that's a good call by local writer Christopher Camo.
There you go. Hey, I'm interrupting the video because I have something important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway for 1,000 subscribers. This one right here. I know you know about that one because we talk about it all the time. But did you know we're giving away a slab at 750 subscribers? That's right. We're giving away this second printing of Silver Surfer Black issue number 1 with Null on the cover when we hit 750 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. Let's get back to the video. All right, after that, we're jumping over to DC with BATGIRLS, issue number 7, The Saints Say Their Prayers. When this book started and we had just like a pantheon of villains that we were going to be dealing with, and we've actually taken care of 2, almost, maybe even 3, but I know that, I forget her name, the person that's impersonating the Saint leader.
I can't remember at a second.
Anyway, the fact that we're going back to these rogue Saint officers, I'm all for it. When they were introduced, I was like, this is dope. I hope we stick with them. And they were kind of put away on the side or put on the shelf, and now they're back. So, this is like the second arc, if you will, of BATGIRLS, and I'm here for it. The one thing I will say is I hope we just kind of fluidly go into the situation and not start the book off with like, this is our apartment, this used to be our car, this is who we are, oh, and Babs is our leader and we're the backer. If they don't do that, I'll be happy. If they do that, I'm seriously thinking about dropping the book. I fucking hate it when they do that shit.
That is so
no book should have to reintroduce itself every fucking issue for 4 pages.
It doesn't have to. It's a part of the tone. Like it's a part of the tone.
To me, what it says is that the writer is not confident enough to continue the story, that it has to say like, what if we got first readers that are picking up the, like, okay, granted, I will say we probably will get that because it's a second arc and they have to reintroduce that shit. But in 8, we shouldn't get it again. We should just go right into the action or whatever the story is. Are you looking forward to this book?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Very much so.
Show is filled with rants. Next up, we have Superman Son of Kal-El, issue number 12 from Tom Taylor. I think we've had the same kind of commentary on this book. It's a really fun run, but we are ready just to progress a little faster, or just, I don't know. Let's get something new. I know we're kind of in the middle of something, but it feels like we've been in the middle of something for a while now with Superman.
Yep, it does. This does not have the same crisp Tom Taylor feel to it that all of his other works, like this and Nightwing, when they first came out, we were like, man, we're so excited for both of them. And there's clearly a par difference now between Nightwing and Superman, right? Like, that's not a critique on either book or either, whatever. It's just that this just doesn't have the crispness that you expect from Taylor. So I'm hoping that maybe once we get this Gamora and President Bendix's storyline wrapped up, that maybe
you gotta wonder if Dark Crisis has anything to do with that. Like they're just kind of drawing it out until the event is over, and then bang, John is now officially Superman, and he's got to figure shit out. You know what I mean? Because Superman's no longer around. I don't know. Right. Let's see. Speaking of the Justice League, we have the Jurassic League, issue number 2 from Daniel Warren Johnson. Unfortunately, he's not doing the art, but Gideon is doing a fantastic job. It looks, their art styles are very similar. This is just a fun, silly goose time. I really enjoyed issue 1. Looking forward to issue 2, just to kind of see where we're going with it. But as we will see in another book that Daniel Warren Johnson has in our pull list, it's just filled with very hardcore action scenes and body slams. which is dope. I mean, he likes wrestling, and love it or hate it, that's just, he incorporates all of that stuff into his artwork and his stories, and I like it. I genuinely like it. And you've passed on
Yeah,
this one.
I passed on this one. And it's not a. I really like Daniel Warren Johnson, but I just
No, I understand it.
when the going gets tough, things got to
Yeah,
get going.
things got to get going. Let's keep going with Boom. So we're jumping into our independence with Boom, issue number 2. Sorry, Boom's Grimm, issue number 2. Love this cover. I thought issue 1 was really fun, and I think we're both really excited for issue 2. And we'll say it like we always do with any issue number 2, is we just hope that there is no issue 2 slump, because that can really kill the momentum of a book. And like you said, if there's something to cut, it's usually around issue 2. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think issue 1 was really strong. I would go so far as to say issue 1 was strong enough to guarantee an issue 3 from me.
Okay.
But yeah, the art on this book is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too well versed with Stephanie Phillips, but so far I think she's doing a really good job with the first issue of this book. So
Yeah.
hopefully it keeps up. It would be awesome to be able to throw Grimm next to the pantheon of giant books that Boom has been putting out, like Something is Killing the Children, House of Slaughter, Once and Future. Like Boom is getting some ongoings and some pretty damn good IP. So
for sure. And anyone that doesn't know what this book's about, we have a Grim Reaper. There's a society of Grim Reapers that carry the soul on to the afterlife, and our current character essentially gets her scythe stolen, and in the process the living can now see her, and that's a big no-no. So and also she doesn't know her identity, and she doesn't know how she died. So there's a lot going on there, but it's super fun. So definitely check it out if you have not read Grimm yet. We highly recommend it. After that, we've got the House of Slaughter issue. I don't know, because Boom has decided to not put the fucking thing on the cover, so I can't make a reference, but okay.
Yeah, it's issue 7, aka issue 2 of Arc 2. We are following Edwin, who is a Scarlet mask, and he is investigating a possible scenario that could create a monster dealing with children losing their eyeballs. He's a sort of like the historian of it all, so he's sort of there to gather information, not to fight baddies, but I almost assuredly think that he's going to have to end up fighting some monsters. I believe the last line is in the solicitation is Edwin is faced with a choice that will change his life forever: wait for a black mask to arrive and risk losing the monster, or take the creature on himself.
Take it on.
It looks like he will probably be fighting a monster.
Yeah, and then a black mask will show up and save him.
Yeah, probably.
All right, next up we have Do a Powerbomb from Daniel Warren Johnson. This is a number 1 of 7. Again, Daniel Warren Johnson is all about the wrestling, and now he's writing a comic about exactly what he loves to do, loves to watch, loves to enjoy. I initially was not going to pick this book up when it was first announced, and then I think I saw a preview page, and I was like, nah, I can't. It reminds me so much of the Beta Ray Bill book that he did, and I just loved that book. Now, we love that book because we love the character, and we love the steampunk-esque anime feel, and I feel like we may get that here as well. I mean, look, we got freaking skull dudes in the crowd on the cover, so I think it's going to be crazy. So I'm genuinely excited and looking forward to this book. And I'm pretty sure I'll probably pick the entire thing up because it's Daniel Warren Johnson. He's doing the artwork. He's writing it. I can't ask for much more.
It's funny that you say that, because for me personally, we were just talking about Daniel Warren Johnson, but he wasn't doing the art, and so it was, I don't know. If there was ever a topic or a book or a sport to cover in a comic that would just pretty much cancel me out no matter who it is, it's wrestling. And so I love Daniel Warren Johnson, but I just don't think I'll be picking this book up because I could not care less about wrestling.
I just can't believe you just said that. I'm gonna end up I'm gonna end up reading it, and then I'm gonna be like, "You messed up. You should have
I
picked it
know.
up.
I know.
So you might as well just pick it up."
We'll see. Game time
Uh,
decision.
After that, we have 8 Billion Genies, issue number 2. I remember you telling me exactly what happened in issue 1, and I just remember it was fucking crazy.
That's pretty much exactly what it is. We kind of get to see a small glimpse of how things work with the genies. You can be sort of as clever or as crass as you want to.
Right.
Like the bartender wishes that no wishes outside of the bar can affect the inside of the bar, which is really smart because they see that as soon as they open the door, there are people flying off on rocket ships, people being impaled by arrows from other people shooting while they ride dinosaurs. There are mechs in the background, so
Mm-hmm.
the world has gone full chaos real quick. Actually, I think the solicitation calls it the wish apocalypse, which is exactly
Remind me, is it you only get one wish, or do you get 3?
you only get one wish.
You only get one wish. Oh
Yeah,
damn, that's make it count.
yeah. And so like we also see that there's like a band inside the bar, and the girl's like in love with the guitarist, and while she's outside smoking, she wishes for him to fall in love with her, and then goes inside, and she's like basically like, "Oh yeah, you're in love with me now." And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Leave me alone." And it was because the bartender wished that nothing
Right.
outside the bar. So like it sets the stage for you really quickly. And I think this issue is going to be sort of like how much fun and how much tomfoolery can we get into.
Mm-hmm.
The book was broken up into segments. The first 8 seconds, and then the first 8 minutes
Mm-hmm.
of after genies arrived. And I think this issue is supposed to show us the first 8 hours. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, a number 2 of 8 from quickly becoming one of my favorite writers is Charles Soule.
Nice. All right. After that, we have Radiant Black, issue number
Mm.
15. I know I say this a lot. It just feels like it's been a minute since we've had a Radiant Black book. I'm sure it hasn't. I'm sure we've had it like last month, right?
Mm, let me check. May 4th.
So yeah, it's a long time. um, I know things were getting a little dicey now. Our main character, who is the Radiant Black, is taking more risks. It's looking like he's gonna kill somebody at some point, and it's not gonna end well for him in that sense. And then we have Nathan, his friend, who was the main character, starting to get more involved in the Radiant Black business, and not really by choice. The big giant cosmic robot is like invading his dreams and telling him to. Not, we don't know what he's telling him. He's just communicating with him. So, I feel like we're gonna get like a, I don't know, like just two friends going at it at some point in this book, and
Yep.
I'll be surprised, but I won't because we're calling it. But I'll still be surprised. But I don't know, for some reason, I guess because it was in May, like I'm kind of like off a little bit on this book, so I'm hoping that this will kind of get me back into the swing of it.
Well, I don't want to throw you off too much by this, but just so you don't get too bedazzled, looks like we have a guest artist for this book. No more Marcelo Costa for us on this issue. He will be back next month, but not on
Okay,
this.
just kill any hope I had for the book.
Sorry. Yeah, it looks like that is the case. I mean, that's kind of how it's been, right? Like he'll be there for
Yeah,
4 or 5 issues and then he'll miss one. He'll be for 4 or 5 issues and then he'll miss one.
it's
So,
unacceptable.
well, that's not the argument.
Next up, we have Seven Sons
Mm.
by Jay Lee, and this cover gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I am picking this up one because it's weird and kind of creepy.
Mm-mm.
And two, it seems like it is going to be some sort of uh I don't know, religious critique. And
Okay.
then someone on Twitter, and I cannot remember who it was, but someone on Twitter was like, "Yeah, this like you need to read this. Like I read an advanced copy, and it's good." It's basically about a character. The main character is Delph, a young man who may be the second coming of Christ. And we are going to follow him running for his life as he attempts to learn the truth behind his very existence. That is literally the only thing I know about the book. And I
Okay.
was like, yeah, okay, okay. Uh, in hindsight, maybe that was a rash decision, but I've already pre-ordered it, so I will be reading it.
See if it makes the show.
See if it makes the show.
All right, and I think our last book of the night is Undiscovered Country, issue number. Oh, it's a one shot.
This is a one shot. Yeah, this is the Destiny Man special.
Mm.
So this is supposed to be a little bit of an in between issue for in between two different arcs. We've been on break for a while on this book, and then
Mm.
um, I think this is the beginning of it. Like this, we have this one shot, and then next month back into it. But
Got it.
this is going to follow our villain from the very first arc. The Destiny Man. He had the crab arm,
Mm-hmm.
and he wore the astronaut helmet with the deer. You can kind of tell from a little
Yeah.
bit from the cover. And I think we're supposed to find out his past and where he came from and exactly how he came to be who he is.
Mm.
I'm intrigued because I thought he was a pretty interesting character I wanted to get fleshed out a little bit more, and I also think part of the reason that they are is because um, I think the plans for him initially in the book have expanded out what they initially thought of.
Mm.
I think he was probably meant to get left behind in the first arc. And then, of course, we see him again in the second arc, which is like the digital one where they find out all the kids' brains are hooked up and that's what they
That's right.
use. He's the one that actually busts into that sector and starts busting shit down. And
Mm.
so I think they've realized maybe he needs to be the boogeyman that's chasing them the whole way or something, or just I don't know. I think there's a reason why in the middle of their big break they decided to come out with this one issue special. So if you're reading Undiscovered Country, I would definitely make sure you pick this one up as well.
Interesting. Well, let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right. Oh, wait. That wasn't our last book. There's this one, A Calculated Man from Aftershock. I apologize. And you're picking this up, but I might pick this up too because the cover itself just has me very intrigued.
Yeah, the art on this looks good. And I don't know what it is. I think part of it is just a visual image association, but this story reminds me of a little bit of Breaking Bad. And then the Breaking Bad also it keeps bringing up God dang it, what was the stupidly amazing chicken book with
Chicken Devil.
Chicken Devil. It keeps my mind because that was often also an Aftershock book, which was similar to Breaking Bad.
It's a very
And
good
so
book.
I just keep getting those vibes. But
Okay.
this book is about Jack Beans, the main character here, who used to be essentially the accountant for a crime family. Then one day he decides that he wants out, and so he turns state's witness and goes into the witness protection program. But yeah, that doesn't work out very well. They find him or something like that, and but they say something like, "Oh, they find out that his math skills make him the better killer than they could have ever realized," or something like that. So I don't know. I just this was again another mutual on Twitter was like, I read an early copy. This is amazing. I thought the art looked good. I saw a couple preview pages, so
Okay.
I'm always looking to get some of the smaller independent publishers on there as well. Aftershock has done some really good books lately, so
Yeah. No, anytime we get an opportunity to bring on more independence, we need to, specifically because last week we had none. We had no independence, so we gotta amp that up. So. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week, June 15th poll. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today or tomorrow or whenever you're watching this video? And let us know down in the comments what it is. What are you going to read first? And what is your potential pick of the week? Make sure to do that down in the comments. Also, hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell. Give us a like because we need all the support we can get. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 750 right now. We got stuff that we're giving away, but we can't do it without y'all's support. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, share out the show, let anybody know if anyone's ever interested in any of this stuff in your lives. Let them what? Why'd you do this? No, what's that? Well, no, what'd you do that for?
we're gonna have to do some editing.
Why? What'd you do?
Nothing. Keep going.
What did you do?
I'm was trying to make it look like I was running, but it looks like I'm just.
That's staying in. Anyway, so you were milking a cow. Anyway, yeah, share the show, please, and Nate'll try to stop doing shit like that. Anyway, we will catch you guys in the next one. Obviously, we'll have our new our live show this Sunday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Nate at some point will reveal himself again. But you know, we love you guys. Thank you for watching the show, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Read more comics, fam. Later.